Hello and welcome back to Chat About It, Don't Shout About It with me, Rachel, aka the Queen of the Woke, because what could be more woke than my teeth? So, let's get into today's video about Doctor Who. But before we do that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel and check out my Rumble and my Spotify because I tend to release my episodes as podcasts as well, so you can listen on the go. Now, the new trailer has landed for Doctor Who, which is going to be airing on the 11th of May. And it has sparked a little bit of anger, and I can see why, to be honest. I can see why people are not happy about it. But first of all, let's have a look at, let me just find it, the article from Doctor Who TV that was released. Doctor Who Season 1 premieres 11th of May 2024. I have linked everything below so that you can also go and have a look at it for yourselves. A simultaneous global premiere date is revealed as the Doctor launches into the Whoniverse, worst name ever, on BBC and Disney+. Doctor Who is set to make an explosive return on 11th of May as the TARDIS will make its global premiere around the Whoniverse. Can we not just call it something else? Please. It just sounds Disney-fied. No time travel required. Doctor Who returns 11th of May 2024, which, of course, people are excited about in that sense. For those in the UK, for the first time ever, the Doctor will land with 2 episodes premiering on BBC iPlayer at midnight before arriving on BBC One later that day before the Eurovision Song Contest Grand Final. So that would suggest that people would have to wait 18 hours at least to see the next installment of Doctor Who for those terrestrial viewers who don't have access to streaming services. Very kind of you. So I can see why that would anger people already, especially TV license payers. And at the same time, those outside of the UK can watch Doctor Who and the Doctor and Ruby, sorry, on their epic adventures as the TARDIS is set to land on Disney Plus, where available. Viewers in the UK will now be able to watch whenever and wherever they choose, with the option to stream at midnight on BBC iPlayer or tune in at prime time on Saturday nights on BBC One. Now, here's a little tidbit of information for you. The BBC iPlayer also live streams the TV as it's airing. So not only will the BBC iPlayer have it for streaming on BBC iPlayer ready to grab, it will also be streaming it before the Eurovision Song Contest on the BBC iPlayer. So interesting that they should choose to do that. Anyway, the new season of Doctor Who will see Ncuti Gatwa return as the 15th Doctor alongside Millie Gibson as Ruby Sunday. It comes after they made their highly acclaimed debut on Christmas Day in the Church on Ruby Road. I didn't like the Church on Ruby Road very much. Within the upcoming series, audiences will see the Doctor and Ruby travel through time and space on adventures to unknown lands, to the Regency era in England, to outer space worlds and the 60s. This season will also see the return of Michelle Greenidge as Carla Sunday, Angela Winter as Cherry Sunday, and Anita Dobson as Mrs. Flood, as well as featuring an array of special guest stars, including Jinx Monsoon, which I think is from RuPaul's Drag Race, Anurian Bernard, Yasmin Finney, Jonathan Groff, Bonnie Langford, Gemma Redgrave, Lenny Rush, and Indira Varma, with more to be announced soon. RTD showrunner said, At last, it is my great delight to unleash a whole new season of the Doctor and Ruby's adventures together. Monsters, chasers, villains, mysteries, and a terrifying secret that's been spanning time and space for decades. Don't miss a second. The BBC is the exclusive home of Doctor Who in the UK as it premieres at midnight on May 11th on BBC iPlayer and then will air on BBC One that evening. Outside the UK, Doctor Who begins streaming 10th of May at 7 p.m. ET on Disney Plus, where available, giving audiences a simultaneous global launch. An episode will continue to drop on BBC iPlayer at midnight, followed by a primetime slot on BBC One each week following that. No time travel required. Doctor Who returns 11th of May 2024. Now, I'm all for a simultaneous release. But yeah, it's how you do that simultaneous release, and I think that's what's creating the problem for some people. However, they did drop a trailer. Now, due to copyright reasons, I'm not going to be showing the trailer to you because I don't want to get it sort of struck. But let's have a look. And I have decided that I will be watching the series of Doctor Who, although I wasn't a big fan of the specials. And wasn't a fan of the Christmas special. I will be guesting on a regular basis on a Doctor Who live stream, so I need to at least keep myself updated. And that'll be the sense sphere. So it'll be interesting to discuss it with other people and see what they actually think and have a well-reasoned debate about it. It'd be really cool to do that. So that's why I'm going to be watching it. So keep up to date. Anyway, let's have a look. So here we go. These are my poor attempts at some screenshots, but there you go. You got the Doctor and you got Ruby coming out the TARDIS. If you're ready for this, we've got them in their 60s garb. Now, one thing that I found about this trailer, I know it was like a mini sort of trailer, but it didn't get me as excited as perhaps past trailers would have done. In actual fact, I've been more excited by the mini-sodes that the former companions have done than I have this one. Then you got Shooty he's saying, give me a number, give me a year, it's going to be a moment, and they look like they're running away from something. I can sense Shooty's excitement about doing the role. So that came across a little bit in the trailer. So that was good in that sense. Let's add this to the stage. Let's see. Okay. And then he's going to say it's going to be a moment, whatever that was. And then we got a shot of Kate Bridge Stewart, played by Gemma Redgrave. And she's looking pretty tense, a little bit scared. And she's saying, here it comes. And then we go to Shooty looking scared. And it's always good to see when the Doctor is really, really scared. And Shooty in some 60s garb. And I actually think the 60s garb really suits him, actually. I really do. And it was just a 15-second trailer, but I don't think I was all that excited and wound up for it. It might have got little children excited, and that's great if that's what it's, if it's got the kids excited and then it's achieved something. Here we go. I like the fact that it's going back to sort of a classic logo. I do like that. I do like that very much indeed. So whilst the trailer might not have actually got me as perhaps excited as past trailers have got me, I know it was just a mini trailer, so I don't want to judge too soon. I don't want to say that the series is going to be absolutely terrible. I don't want to judge too soon. But the time drop. So let's have a quick look at it. 4 p.m. PT, Los Angeles, LA, 10th of May. 7 p.m. ET, New York, 10th of May, 2024. 7 p.m. ET, Toronto, 10th of May, 2024. 12 a.m. BST, London, 11th of May, 2024. 1 a.m. C'est Paris, Sorry, I read that. CEST. Sorry, I read that as the wrong time. In Paris, 1 a.m. CEST. Get it right this time. In Berlin, 1 a.m. CEST in Rome, and 9 a.m. AEST in Sydney, and they are all on the 11th of May. Also, and this tweet was posted by TARDIS Central, and the responses to these particular ones are these particular times here are, well, as you can see, they're not impressed. Keep on telling me that Disney has no control or influence over Doctor Who. The fact is, it's a family show, and all of those kids in the UK won't be staying up at midnight to watch it. The US is being put first, as expected. And that's, I think, voicing a lot of people's concerns. Now, the thing about Doctor Who is that it's considered a family show. So, yes, lots of people, lots of kids will not be staying up to midnight to watch it. And I know that other tweeters have been saying you can just stay up or you can just watch it on the on the streaming service the next morning. Okay, first of all, not everybody has access to a streaming service. And a lot of families, a lot of parents like to watch this with their children, but a lot of parents also work on Saturdays and work on Sundays, so they won't be watching it until the evening. And it's like a family tradition. You have your dinner, you sit down, and you watch Doctor Who. And that's how it goes. And Gary Nerdrotic said, "What? Ah ha 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 ha! R.I.P. Doctor Who." And also the terrestrial viewers, the people who pay TV licenses, are not happy about this because the TV license funds programs like Doctor Who. Now I know Disney are putting in money in it, but in my opinion, Disney shouldn't be the priority. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. The time zones, whilst we can't appease everyone, the time zones between here and America, in the UK and America, are not a massive difference. So it is possible to release it at 7 p.m. on in England and have it be released in America at some point in the afternoon, be it early afternoon or sort of late afternoon. The only problematic ones would be Sydney, I guess, and possibly New Zealand, although I don't know what the time difference is for New Zealand. I thought it was 11 hours, but I might be wrong on that one. Um, Someone said BBC are getting a complaint email off me for this. Releasing it at midnight is mad, but I'm guessing it won't be on TV until 7 p.m. on the 11th. America seem to have seem to have it at completely decent times. The place that makes the show, though, is screwed. The fact that the official time drop time for one of UK's biggest broadcast shows is 12 p.m. I think they meant 12 a.m. BST is appalling, pandering to America. They should fix this schedule and make it more similar to the 60th specials. Why are they releasing a UK TV show at midnight in the UK? Excuse me, isn't this being paid by our licensing fee? And I know people will say it's also being paid by Disney Plus, but in my opinion, Disney Plus does not take precedence over a UK TV show. It'd be like having a popular USA show and the BBC using the TV licenses to fund that popular USA show and say, no, but we get it first. Whilst I'm all for simultaneous release, I think it's how you do it, really, at the end of the day. It's how you do it. And I think the home creator of the country should be the one that has the priority over the release. That's my opinion. Yours might be different, and that's fine. Um, and then someone said, do you all know about time zones? These are all at the same time. Most Disney Plus shows get released at midnight, California time, which is roughly 8 a.m. in the UK. But children are generally awake at 8 a.m. in the UK. So yeah, an absolute disgrace. It'd be better shown at 6 p.m. evening UK, 12 a.m. BST. It'll be on at 6 or 7 p.m. Um, and so people generally are not happy. I put out a um, poll time to feature on tomorrow's video. The new series of Doctor Who is being released on streaming services, and I would like to ask, are these times fair? And then I put the times, which obviously I've already read to you. Um, and then 14% these times are fair. These times are fair for everyone. 71% these times are not fair. 14% I'm not sure. And someone said, "We live in a time far beyond the era of VHS. Does it really matter?" Um, Whilst we do live in a time beyond VHS, not everyone has access to streaming services. And if you want to make it available to everyone at the same time, then you also have to consider the territorial viewers, in my opinion, as well. Terrestrial viewers, whatever you call it. Um, Falling over my words now. Now, I actually think Scouse probably hit this quite well on the head here. No offense to Americans. We know there's Americans fans, but I think this is what we are all scared of when it comes to Disney being involved. The show becoming Americanized and being the priority. It's a UK TV show. Of course, the UK are going to expect it to be their time. So, this poll is still active. By all means, go and vote on this poll. And by all means, let me know your opinion below. Is it fair? Are these times fair? Are they not fair, or are you not sure? Leave a reason. I've let you know where I stand on it. I'm not that sour grapes because at the end of the day, I will still watch it and all of that. But other people are not happy. Um, so let me know what you think. Chat about it, don't shout about it. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you very soon. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye bye.